Well, guys, I was trying to set up a show to go live for y'all today because I said I was going to go live, but for some reason I kept getting an error message that YouTube's servers were down, and I tried to go live a couple of times on my phone, and it even struggled going live. And even when I did went live, I don't think many people saw it. When I ended it live, that's when the notification went out saying that I was live. And then I tried to make a community post, and that wasn't even post. So I don't know what the hell going on with YouTube right now. So right now, I'm gonna give y'all a couple of stories. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chris Thorne Show. What's going on, everybody? It's your man, Chris Thorne. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching my content. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Ladies and gentlemen, got two stories I'm about to do for you right now. And the first one, of course, both of them are disturbing. One of them, there's a Florida man who is 70 years old, allegedly, and he's been accused of impregnating a 13-year-old girl. Now, one thing I will agree with a woman when she says, all this grown woman pussy out here, us old ass men sit up here want to fuck these children. And I agree with that. I don't know what a 70-year-old want to do with a 13-year-old other than the fact that he probably groomed her and he knew she was defenseless and he took advantage of her. But here's my thing, is everything as it always seems? Is everything is always clean cut dry? I don't know. Let's listen to this, and I'll read the article. Y'all decide. Let's go. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So he says that it was consensual. But was it really consensual? Who knows? Or they're just a scapegoat that a lot of these old ass niggas like to use. That it was consensual. So without further ado, let me read what this article says. And let's try to stop it before it plays something else. Cause it look like it's finna try to play something else. And I don't want that to happen. Anyway, I'll fix that whenever it tries to do. It look like it's trying to do something now. Okay, cool. So, all right, here we go. It says a 70-year-old Florida man is behind bars after authorities say he impregnated a 13-year-old girl, according to the South Florida Sun Sentinel. Renald Jerome of Boca Raton was arrested Friday after the doctor discovered that the girl, who had been taken to a local hospital with constipation symptoms, was actually 14 weeks pregnant, Boca police said. After hospital employees called child welfare officials and the Broward County Sheriff's Office, the teen told investigators that Jerome would touch her and have sex with her, the Miami Herald reported. Jerome, who was at the hospital with the teen and said he sometimes took care of her, admitted to having consensual vaginal intercourse with the girl 3 times, according to Boca Raton police. Jerome stated that the girl was interested in him more than he was interested in her, and never forced her to do anything, the police report said. Florida age of consent is 18, with some exceptions for 16 and 17-year-olds. Jerome, who was jailed without bond, is facing charges of impregnating a minor and sexual activity with a child, the Sun Sentinel reported. So, all right, let's talk about Mr. Jerome here. You can see he old as hell. In his face, he old as hell. So, he says that it was consensual. Now, here's the thing. I wasn't there. You wasn't there. So we can't just really say if it was consensual or not. Who knows? But I do believe that a lot of these young girls do be having consensual sex with a lot of these older guys and use that to their advantage to go rat them out to the police. You know, it's like a blackmail thing. I'd have heard it and I'd have seen it. It's something that they want. And if they can't get it, now all of a sudden they're going to go back and tell somebody, and somebody's going to tell somebody going to get their ass whooped, and somebody going to call the police. But the whole time, though, the young girl participated in this, they use it to their advantage because they know ain't pretty much shit going to happen to them, you know. But with him, he going to get everything thrown at him, including the kitchen sink with possibly somebody foot up his ass. You understand? So get him as you may. Do something to him. I agree, do something to him because his big grown 70-year-old ass should have known better. But what about the young girl? If it is true that she agreed to do this, then, you know, something needs to be said about that too. It's like the same thing with these school students where they be having sex with the teachers and nobody says nothing until something happens, like a story that happened down here, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was down here. One of the students was having sex with the teacher. And I guess it was talked about money involved or something like that. The student didn't get his money, so he went and snitched. Or some shit like that. My man DJ Just J did the story. I may be saying it right, though. If you listen to DJ Just J, correct me on that. So, like I said, you know, these teens know exactly what they doing as well. But we always want to get on the adults about what the fuck they doing. But nobody want to send it to the teens talking about the adults took advantage of the teens. Did they really take advantage of the teens? If it's consensual, did they really take advantage of these teens? Or did the teens actually have a part to play in it? Okay? Because I'm like this. Again, let me not stress this enough. Get this big grown ass man and get that big grown ass woman. Get them. Hey, do whatever you like. But at the same time, I think something needs to be said about these youngins who are sitting up here fucking these grown ass men. Because the young girls look at these grown ass men as sugar daddies. You know, he gonna give me money. He got a car. He can tell me where I want to go. And this, that, and third. A lot of them look at guys like this. So don't try to act like that they don't. They do. And you know, the young guys, they got them little taste of pussy before they getting out of high school, which they probably was already getting it at first. But the fact of the matter is they getting it from a grown-ass woman. They put them like, it put them up on the top of the list. So, you know, they go want to tell their homeboys, yeah, man, I fucked up, man. She sucked my dick and all this stuff. And guess what? His homeboys, they going to want a piece of the action too. So what's going to happen is the homeboys going to try to go get them some too. And when the teacher reject them, then they want to play in, want to go snitch, and want to blackmail the teacher because they can't get their dick wet. Y'all see what I'm talking about? But everybody want to hop on the grown-ups. And I agree to an extent. But if these young kids out here know what the hell they doing, some of them already hot already. I be seeing little young girls now be doing it. I guess it's safe to call it the busted wide open dance. You know, be doing dance where they be busting it wide open. I saw one video a long time ago. These kids was in elementary school, and this little light-skinned girl was just sitting up here rolling her hips and all that stuff, but cocking her leg on her and dancing up on this little boy. And my biggest thing was, who the fuck recording this video? I mean, she was getting down too. Cock her leg in the air and throwing her head back and all that stuff. I'm like, where the hell? What the hell? And who the hell is recording this? Then there was another news clip I saw a long time ago. I thought it happened down here, but I don't think it did. I think it happened in Birmingham, Alabama, where you had boys who was outside of the schoolyard and the girl was giving one of them head. And other boys were sitting there looking. Now, I'm pretty much sure they were looking because she said she was going to slurp them all up. So all of them was out there. But here's the thing, though. Who was recording it? I mean, she was just out on her knees, just going to town. And they right there at the school door doing this shit. And I'm just like, man, it's gotta be a better way. It's gotta be a better way. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna sit up here and say that I'm a saint. That I didn't think about none of this stuff when I was in school. Well, hell, I was a class clown, so did nobody wanna give me no play or whatnot. Far as I know, they ain't want to give me no play unless there was somebody who's a freak around the school. But all the other guys, you could hear them talking about it, knowing how much they sit up there and cut school, and how they fuck one of the finest girls in the school, or how they fuck the finest cheerleader in the school, and all this stuff. You hear all that. And then you hear about the teacher. I knew a teacher personally I was cool with. He was fucking the shit out of them students until he got caught. Until he got caught. And the sad thing about that was, he had a wife. And not a bad looking wife. She a little bit on the thick side. I got no problem with thick girls. But his wife didn't look bad at all. So I'm just like, why would you want to fuck that up, dude? You know? But he knew he was a handsome guy. And all the girls, he wanted to teach that all the girls like. And he wanted to teach that all the girls want to fuck him. And that's what a lot of them did. They fucked him. So again, I had to ask the question. Do you put the 100% blame on the grown-ups? Or do you split the blame half and half? You put some of the blame on the grown-up, and you put some of the blame on the teenagers because they know exactly what they are doing. Now, that's just speaking hypothetically to this case right here. I don't know if the girl gave him consensual sex or not. He could be this old bastard that's just using it for an excuse. I don't know. But I know there's a lot of them, including her age, that is sitting here having sex with grown-ass men consensual. And they are blackmailing these grown-ass men. I remember a man asked me one time, would you fuck a 60-year-old? You know you can get away with it? I told him there's no such thing as getting away with it. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to get blackmailed. It's going to be something that she want, and I can't get it to her when she want it, or I refuse to get it to her, give her what she want, and I'm going to get blackmailed, and I'm going to get in trouble. Shit like that always tend to come out in the open. That's why they say, what happens in the dark comes in the light. Okay? That's why they say that. So, fucking these young girls, there's no getting away with it because eventually somebody's going to find out. And I don't want to put myself in that position. Okay? I really don't. So far as this story goes, I don't know. I'm just speaking on the outside looking in. But don't get me wrong, I'm not giving this bastard a pass. But for some reason, I just don't really want to give her a pass either. Now, she could have been just taken advantage of. I don't know. But we got to look at these young people too, y'all. Let's start putting them some of the blame too on this fuck shit that's going on when it's dealing with these grown-ups and children. Now, I got another story I want to bring up to y'all. So that's the first story I want to bring up to you. Let's see. All right. So what is this? There's another story I want to bring up. I'm going to change this right here in front of y'all face. Hold on. I ain't got to do that. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. Hold up. Hold up, guys. Hold up. All right, guys. I am back with the second story that I want to bring to y'all attention. Let's go back over here. And now, this story I want to bring to y'all attention is you have a Nebraska man. He had sex with his own daughter, and he turned around and married her, and he got 2 years in prison. Let's have a listen. Well, I think he's just going to play the video. I don't even think it's got no sound to it, but take a look at the screen. Wow. Wow. Uh, Now this one right here is a little tricky. It's a little tricky because I want y'all to pay attention to what it said at the end. He said at the end that he didn't think that was his daughter because his name went on his birth certificate. Now, does that mean it's not his daughter? Not at all. He just said he just didn't think that that was his daughter. You know, so this right here could be a little tricky. But I'm going to read to y'all what it says anyway, and y'all give y'all judgment on what y'all see. All right? So let's blow this up. Hopefully I ain't blow it up too much. So it says, yeah, I'd blow it up a little bit too much. Hold on. I'd blow it up a little bit too much. Okay. So, as the story says, it says in St. Paul, Nebraska, a Nebraska man who authorities said had sex with his daughter and later married her has been sentenced to serve 2 years in prison. Travis Eugene Fieldgrove, 40 years old, of St. Paul, was granted credit for having already served 121 days in the Hall County Jail. The Omaha World Herald reported. Fieldgrove was also ordered to serve 12 months of post-release supervised probation.
Major news can happen while you sleep.
During that time, he is to have no contact. He's to have no contact. What is it? During that time, he is to have no contact with his daughter, 21-year-old Samantha Krishner, the World Herald reported. I guess this is the picture of them. I guess these pictures of them. I guess. Interesting. Fieldgrove was initially charged with felony incest but pleaded guilty in April to an attempted incest charge as part of a plea deal, the newspaper said. DNA test proved in January there is a 99.999% chance Fieldgrove is Krishna's biological father. Also, okay, they did do a DNA test and he is the father. Okay, evidence leading up to the arrest suggests that Fieldgrove and Krishna were aware of the biological relationship before being intimate, and further indicates that they quickly married one another after being notified of the investigation. Grand Island police officials said following the pair's January 29 arrest. Detectives began investigating Fieldgrove and Krishna in September after receiving a tip that they had a sexual relationship. According to World Herald, Krishna told police she sought 3 years ago to learn who her father was and to meet him. Court records indicate that Krishna's mother identified Fieldgrove as her father and set up a meeting, the newspaper reported. Krishna and Fieldgrove struck up a father-daughter relationship which turned sexual on September the 10th. Wow, look at that. Both Krishna and her father initially declined to tell investigators what prompted change. According to an arrest affidavit obtained by World Herald, however, Krishna said in a separate interview that it was a competition. Her motivation was to have sex with her father stemmed from a jealous competition with her half-sister regarding who could have sex with their father, the affidavit said. Fieldgrove told police he didn't think Krishna was his daughter because his name was not on her birth certificate, the newspaper said. Photos on his Facebook page show him and Krishna, whose name he has tattooed on his arm. They also appear to show the pair with Fieldgrove's other daughter. Fieldgrove stands between the two young women, his arms around them. In a comment on July 2018 photo, Fieldgrove writes, "Can't wait to spend time with my girls." Okay. Krishna and Fairgrove were married October the 1st in Adams County, where they were also charged with felony incest. The World Herald reported, state law states that incestuous marriages are absolutely void, the newspaper said. Fairgrove still faces his incest charge in Adams County. His attorney, Jeff Lafleur, told the World Herald his client is embarrassed by the charges and wished the incident had not happened. He said Fairgrove suffered from a brain injury and is not a high-functioning person. KN reported that Krishna is scheduled for trial in Hall County in August like her father. She also faces an incest charge in Adams County. Wow. How about that? Now, let me say this right here. Now, I don't know which community has this the worst, but I think in a community, like, I guess if it's safe to say, like redneck community, I think a lot of that they little incest shit goes on with them. Because I have a game that I played that a lot of us guys probably know about called Red Dead Redemption 2. And probably females play it too. And there's a part that you go meet this pair at a house. And it's this real heavyset guy and it's a female. Well, as you find out as you stay in the house long enough that they are brothers and sisters and they having relationships with each other. And I find it kind of comical that they would put that in the game, but you know, hey, I guess back in the Western times you probably had a lot of that going on. You know, now this right here. Well, at first I said it was tricky, but I throw this shit out the window because apparently he knew this was his daughter. But he tried to make an excuse and say the name went on a birth certificate. You know, another Maury episode, that ain't my daughter because this, that ain't my daughter because of that. Well, back in their mind, I think a lot of these guys do know that that is their daughter, but they don't give a fuck because, again, just like the last story, you know, they want to get their dick wet, they want to get a nut. As long as ain't nobody going to find out, then they're going to keep on doing what the hell they want to do. I mean, it's just the way that it is. I mean, I don't get it. I did a story, it's probably about a year ago now. And, or probably a little over a year ago. And I think it was about the girls who were acting like they was on camera, acting like they were fucking each other, something like that. And they ended up on the Steve Wilkos show. And I did a video about that. And I remember somebody coming in the comment section saying something about, you know, the government need to stay out of their business. You know, they want to have sex with each other, then they should be allowed to do it or something like that. Well, I like this, you know, first I'm going back and forth with the person, but then I thought about, you know, hey, you know, if you believe that, then, you know, you are free to believe what you want to believe. But apparently the laws don't believe that you could do this shit. So if the laws don't believe you can do this shit, then, you know, hey, you know, you got to, you know, go with what the law states and says or whatnot. But I find it a shame that these girls was competing on who can fuck him first. Who the fuck does that? Seriously, who the fuck does that? Have a competition who can fuck their dad first? Now, that's the first time I've heard that shit. But you know what? Here's the thing about that. They won't be the first, and it won't be the last. So now, you can hold this girl accountable for marrying her dad, and you're going to hold him accountable as well. I'm with that. I mean, hold both of them accountable. I mean, if they breaking the rules and they're breaking the law, then you hold both of them accountable. But like I went to the last story, you know, the same thing. You know, now you hear these having competition about who could fuck this grown man. You have young people who have competition who could fuck the teachers and all that, you know. So everything can go in this one big ass basket. No matter how you could put it together, mix it up, everything can go in this one big ass basket. It's the same thing with these redneck motherfuckers just as well as that old ass son of a bitch who I did that story on, you know. I mean, it could goes all kinds of ways, you know. Nobody gets no pass, at least for me, you know. These some sick motherfuckers, even his daughters, they sick as hell, you know, because they probably got low self-esteem and feel like don't nobody want to fuck them, don't nobody want to be with them. So who would be more likely to fuck them? A man who probably ain't got no woman, who ain't fucked nobody in a while, so he agreed to go, hey, well, I can fuck these two since they having competition on fucking me anyway. Shit crazy as hell. It's really crazy here. And ladies, please, you got to know your worth. Seriously, just like a man do. Ladies, you got to know your worth. You got to know your worth is way better than sitting up here of fucking your own kinfolks. Come on now, seriously. It should never get that desperate. It should never get that desperate. But then again, who am I to say? I can say this, and with a lot of people, it go in one ear, come out the other. Because I believe it. There's a lot of mothers who compete with their daughters and fucking other men, and vice versa. Hell, they probably need fucking each other. Hell, I heard stories that you got young girls sitting up here having sex with their aunties and shit like that. I'd be like, you can't make this shit up. You just really can't make this shit up. So, guys, here's these two stories I want to bring to y'all. I'd love to hear y'all thoughts on this. You know, shit crazy as hell. It's just crazy. And at the same time, I guess we shouldn't really be surprised because this is what goes on. But other than that, though, this your man, Chris Thorns. Give y'all thoughts on what y'all heard, and I will catch y'all next time. Peace.